All right, so Sergey Kovalev knocks Blake Caparello out. Okay, no surprise there. Me personally, I thought Blake was gonna be able to give him like 5 rounds. Okay, I thought I've seen him fight. I thought he was a pretty slick, tricky southpaw. Didn't really see much of that. Okay, not much lateral movement in him. He just backed himself into the ropes. He looked scared in there. He didn't look comfortable in there at all. Even in the first round, even though I thought he won the first round, even without the knockout, okay, or the knockdown. I'm sorry. I thought he was winning the first round. He seemed a little bit tentative, but I guess Kovalev. He sometimes has a slow start. Sometimes it takes a couple rounds for him to get into his rhythm. All right, and he knocks him out in the second round, and that's the end of that. There's not much to really say about that fight. Now, um, Bernard Hopkins stole the show. Okay, people are all over Twitter. Everyone forgot that he even fought. Kovalev fought that night. Okay, because as soon as Max Kellerman interviewed him, Bernard Hopkins came and he was standing there with Max Kellerman for like 5 minutes. Okay, and then they went back to Kovalev while he's standing there. Okay, um, Bernard Hopkins know what he's doing. He's playing the mind tricks already. He did the same thing with Shumanev. Okay, he was being respectful leading up to the fight. He came to his after fight interview and took over the show again. He's playing mind games, and these guys have way too much respect for him. Like, listen, uh, Kovalev, very friendly guy. I like him. He's a very respectful man. We know Bernard Hopkins is a legend, but you're about to get in the ring with him. You just won the fight. Don't let another man come and just take over your shine like that. It's time for you to talk and speak about your fight. Bernard Hopkins, he didn't fight tonight. So there's no reason why you should let him come and cut off your interview. It's cool that he's standing next to you and he could talk and you guys could go back and forth. But don't let the man just come and just take over the show. And then when he leaves, you're just like, I'm going to try to knock him out. No, you got to be like, no, I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to be the first to knock Bernard Hopkins out. Some people don't like that, but if Bernard Hopkins is going to play mental games with you, you need to play games with him too, because he's doing the same thing he does with just like with Shumanev. He did the same thing, and then leading up to the fight, the week of the fight, Bernard Hopkins stopped playing games. No more friendly talk. Okay, no more respect. No more little Shumanev flag coming to your fights. No, now we're at the weigh-in, and I'm gonna disrespect you in front of your face. And mentally, that tore Shumanev up because he went into the fight. And listen, not that I think he was gonna win the fight anyway, but mentally he was just all over the place because 1 minute he had respect for Hopkins, he had too much respect for him, and then the next minute he was upset going into the fight, because Bernard Hopkins got in his head. And I'm gonna see. I know the same thing is gonna happen. Bernard Hopkins is gonna start talking his trash leading up to the fight, and Kovalev is gonna be like an angry bull going in there, and he's gonna get countered all night. All right. So, I enjoyed the fight. Kovalev, like I said, I'm not gonna do a prediction now because I really don't know. I'm not really too sure. All right. I'm still leaning a little bit towards Bernard Hopkins, but I'm not sure. Can Kovalev be the first to knock him out? Can Kovalev beat him if he doesn't knock him out and it goes to 12 rounds? These are things that I'm gonna have to think about. So I'm not giving a prediction right now, but this is just the aftermath of the Kovalev fight. All right. So let me know what you guys think and make sure you subscribe to the channel.